Hi everyone and welcome to Just Love. My name is Paula and I'm here with Judy. Hi Judy.
Hi Paula, hi everyone.
Today we wanted to talk just a little bit about what's going on with our planet. There is so much sadness and so much pain being experienced all over the world right now, and Judy has a few gentle reminders that we can take on board to help us through this incredibly difficult time. The saying goes that when you shine a really bright light onto a very dirty surface, you're going to see things that you didn't see before. And that is exactly what's happening now. There is so much light coming onto this planet, which is an amazingly beautiful thing, and it is doing its job. It's bringing up everything for us to see so that it can be cleared away. This in turn will enable us to be free of all the dirt, so to speak. So Judy, this battle between the light and the dark, how do we best navigate it?
Wow, by taking up a spiritual practice of some sort, meditation, tai chi, yoga, reiki or whatever. All such disciplines have the effect of harmonizing, balancing and clearing blocks from our energy chakra system. The energy system underlies all the physical systems of the body, nervous, circulatory, respiratory, etc. So such practices help us to better physical health, but they're vital for deeper emotional, mind and spiritual health as well. We're way more than just a 3D physical body, and so it's essential to keep all these various aspects of our being in balance and harmony. The other important aspect of navigating the battle between light and dark is to not go deliberately looking for negativity. This is a major mistake many people make. We create our reality through our thought patterns and mind focus. So if we're continually tuning into negativity, which remember the news and internet is full of, then that is exactly what we'll attract and create in our lives. Sure, be aware that negative stuff's going on, as it always has been, but don't dwell on it and get too emotionally caught up in it. Compassionate non-attachment is always the way to go.
So we know that the darkness wants us to stay in fear because that's how it operates. So what can we do to create more peace in our own hearts so that we can send peace to the people who need it?
Well, basically, as I've just outlined, spiritual practice, we're not helping anybody by allowing ourselves to get caught up in negativity. The more calm and centred that we can remain, the more we're able to help humanity. It's like a pebble being tossed into a pond. By keeping our own self in a state of balance and harmony, these are the energy ripples we send out to the world.
So what would you say to the people who are actually experiencing all of this trauma and suffering firsthand?
Try to connect into the source energy you have within. We all have source God energy within us. This is the reason why some people seem able to navigate their way through trauma and strife, while others cannot. It depends upon our ability to dig deep and to tap into our own inner strength, our God essence.
So we do know that there are better days ahead. What can you tell us about that?
Positivity always wins out in the end because of its very nature. Positivity is expansion, negativity is contraction, which always ends up imploding upon itself. Remember too, our human life is just a moment, a second in the eternity of timelessness. Nothing goes on forever.
So I wrote this little quote while I was composing these questions. You are a light. The light that you dwell in, the light that you work with, the light that you are, is indelible. It is unstoppable. It is unshakable. It is sturdy and it is strong. Nothing or no one can dim your light. You have prevailed by your empathy, your compassion, and your peace. Your light has conquered all.
Oh, wow, that is beautiful and so true. What a great mantra to use daily. I just changed the you are to I am to make it personal if you want to use it as a mantra. For example, I am a light, the light I dwell in, etc. It's lovely.
So I just wanted to touch on how all of this trouble in the Middle East has been going on since the beginning of time. I think it's important for us to realize that the corruption, the control, the negativity, the manipulation, all of it is not getting worse. It's just that the light is allowing an unveiling of what's always been there hiding in plain sight.
Yes, Paula, that's for certain. The Middle East has been home territory to the reptilian controllers for eons. They were a strong force there during biblical times, but also way before, because that's where they settled after the Atlantean civilization was destroyed. This is why so much unrest has always gone on there. Remember, their whole agenda is divide and conquer. In many cases, they were the God of the Old Testament who sent various tribes of Israel out to war against each other, ordering the destruction of whole cultures. Surely people can see that this was not a true God of unconditional love. In all of these wars going on, back then and now, the reptilians are firmly behind both sides, doing their best to sow the seeds of racism, religious intolerance, fear, division and chaos. All of this is now being brought into the open because of the higher light energy being directed here. At the same time, as long as we wake up to this, they're providing us with a major testing ground to see who still gets pulled in and who doesn't. So many people have chosen to make their transition at this time, in whatever form it takes, as Gaia ascends to a higher energy frequency. Hopefully lessons are being learnt on both sides for future lives. Also, how interesting too is that the major end times war predicted in Revelations is known as Armageddon, which by no coincidence is a place in the Middle East. The real war of Armageddon is not a religious war, but rather the spiritual war between love and fear within our own hearts, and waged very much on an individual basis. A similar war is spoken of in the Bhagavad Gita, the Hindu scriptures. Also interesting is that the fifth rider of the apocalypse is chaos, and the key to not being pulled into the chaos is to understand what's really going on, that this is a major spiritual test for humanity and part of our transition from fourth to fifth world consciousness. We put so much energy and emotion into our culture and religion here on earth, but in the higher reality, these count for absolutely nothing. All that matters there is how much of unconditional love we've mastered.
That is so very true. The earth plane culture we choose to be born into and the religion we follow in any one life is so fleeting and not in the least bit important in the greater reality. These temporary things are definitely not worth killing somebody over. The truth is, in many cases, if you spend a life feeling hatred towards a particular culture or religion, it's most likely that is the exact culture or religion you yourself will be born into in your next life. It all has to balance out in the end. So if you'd like to read more about all of this, Judy's books are available from Amazon, and they are
Human by Day, Zeta by Night, followed by The Zeta Message, then Extraterrestrial Presence on Earth, Lessons in History, and my two most recent books, both Kindle editions and both also available in German, An Interview with an Alien, Comments by an Undercover ET, and Cosmic Spirituality, Blending Religion and Science in Oneness from an Off-Planet Perspective.
Thanks, Jude, and thanks everyone for listening. Please share, like and subscribe. Sending you all much love, and bye for now.